Welcome back. In 2023, we profiled a North Carolina Democratic State Senate candidate, Katie Barr, who knowingly ran an unwinnable race to make a point. Her campaign was a form of protest after earlier that year, the North Carolina Supreme Court ruled that gerrymandering did not violate the state constitution, allowing the Republican state legislature to redraw the maps in their favor. Well, Barr is back. In Tuesday's primary, North Carolinians will see her name on the ballot, this time challenging Republican Representative Tim Moore for his seat in the Charlotte suburbs. NBC's Gary Grumbach has more on the long shot campaign.
Last time she was running for office, Kate Barr described herself as a loser.
I certainly wish that I could represent this district. It won't happen.
She was running for a North Carolina state Senate seat in a race she knew she wasn't going to win as a Democrat because of gerrymandering. Well, Barr is back.
How to save our mother democracy.
And this time, she's running for Congress as a Republican.
I am a fraudulent Republican for sure. I am progressive. I wish that I could run in the general as a Democrat and have a fair chance.
She's doing it to continue to make a point about partisan redistricting.
Maps are drawn to ensure that our incumbent Republican Congressman Tim Moore will win every time. I think that's wrong. I think voters deserve a choice, and so I changed my voter registration, but not my values, in order to challenge him.
With hundreds of thousands of registered Republican voters living in North Carolina's 14th congressional district and a closed primary system, Barr knows it's going to be an uphill battle, but it's a battle she's willing to fight.
My vision is that we put power back in the hands of voters and give voters actual choices so they can hold their leaders accountable.
The primary election is coming up on March 3rd, but Barr thinks she's already made a difference.
Honestly, we have already won because we have seen Tim Moore actually working for his job. He is putting out yard signs, he's knocking doors, he's buying digital ads, he's sending mailers, he's actually having to defend the choices he has made as our congressman, and that is the whole point. And now voters get to choose, do they like what he's done, or would they rather give me a shot?
Congressman Moore isn't at all a fan of what she's doing.
The only thing that she's been honest about is that she's a fraud, so I'll give her that. But she's a left-wing liberal who supports all of the far-left causes. Republicans are not going to vote for her.
But for Barr, being called a fraud is just the tip of the iceberg. You've been getting some pretty nasty messages online.
Yep, death threats, all sorts of hate.
Are you concerned for your safety?
Sure, of course. When you make enough people mad, then you worry that somebody's actually going to take action.
With 2 kids at home, she's had to take additional security precautions, but she's hopeful her electoral gambit is teaching them a life lesson.
I hope that they take away when something is wrong, you speak out against it, and you do everything you can to fight for the way things should be.
And joining me now on set is NBC News Legal Affairs reporter Gary Grumbach. Gary, what a great piece. Thank you for bringing that to us. Talk about why she's running as a Republican. Why is it so uphill as a Democrat in the 14th district?
So this is such an interesting district because this actually used to be represented by Jeff Jackson, who's a Democrat, and he won 60% of the vote when he won it, that race. And now she's trying to win in this race. Her math says there's about 400,000 people that are Republicans or unaffiliated in the 14th, about 15% vote in a primary. And all she says is she needs about 30,000 votes to be able to win this primary against the congressman.
It's just fascinating, given that there are so many unaffiliated voters. Gary, what's her message to those unaffiliated voters?
Her message is whether you're a Democrat or Republican leaning, even if you are unaffiliated, if you want to live in a world where just because you live in an area where there's a lot of people of the other political persuasion near you, doesn't mean that's where things have to go politically. It can go either way, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, Kristen.
Okay, well, it's just a great piece, a great window into part of what we are going to be watching for on Tuesday night. Gary Grumbach, thanks. So great to see you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.